Hey, it's Dead Guy Cardboard back after some time, per usual. But I got a lot of pickups. Started off with some modern, pretty modern. So what I did is with the crazy way that prices have just increased, I sold a base Otani card that I got in 2018 for like 40 bucks. It was the 2018 Tops. I think it was number 700. His pitching pose and a PSA 10. And there's over 11,000 of those graded at PSA 10, and they're going for around 700 bucks, which is nuts to me. I mean, I know Otani is maybe the best baseball player of all time, but 11,000 is a lot, and he has a lot of other rookie cards from that year. But anyway, I sold that, and for roughly the same price, this is a little bit more expensive, but roughly the same price, I picked up this Joey Votto Bowman Chrome Draft Rookie Refractor. Now, if you know anything about the 2002 Bowman cards, they were really short printed. I mean, there's only 300 of the refractors from this year, and in total, there's 300 refractors. There's 150 X-fractors and just 50 golds, and all these are pretty tough to find. And being a Reds fan, and I love Joey Votto, and he's just such a character. Kind of reminds you of like a Zach Greinke or even Rube Waddell with the personality. I think he's a future Hall of Famer. So to me, it's like a no-brainer. Get a Joey Votto's best rookie card for roughly the same price as an Otani card. That there's 11,000 of them. I know there's only 300 of these. Then at the same time, I can see the Otani card going up to $1,000 the way he's playing, and if he makes the Cy Young Award this year. But whatever, happy to have this in the collection. I'm not a fan of Beckett. I'm also not really a fan of grading, but I don't know. I might get this graded by PSA because actually it looks really nice. Even the 9 centering is a little harsh. I mean, I can see it's a little off-centered, but I've seen PSA 10s that look like this, and they go for good money. Speaking of crazy money, I was watching Topps 8501 do a video about how crazy his Barry Bonds collection has gotten in terms of prices, and mostly the 90s inserts. But I was just for kicks, looking at my Barry Bonds Fleer Update card, and my God, I mean, this is $1,000 card now. Back in 2020, I made a video about like cards that should not be worth what they're worth. At the time, I think it was worth $230 is what I said. I thought that was, fair market price because Barry Bonds is one of the best players of all time. But yeah, now it's $1,000. I got this for around $100, like in 2018, which is nuts. But there is a relatively short population. I think there's like 1,400 or something like that. So not low, but not too high. Speaking of low pop, though, I was psyched to pick this up. So I think you all know that I collect the Culkin's chips, but I'm focusing mainly on the E254 cards. But I wanted to pick up a tin tops of this guy, Napoleon Lajoie. I've always loved Napoleon Lajoie. He was one of my favorite players to collect in the T206 set. He's like the lesser Ty Cobb, but still an outstanding player. And he is not featured on any of the Culkin Chips cards. If you want to get of the E254 Culkin Chips cards, so if you want to get a Culkin's Chips of him, you have to get the Tin Tops version, which is one that came out later, like in 2000 or not 2000, 1912. And you can tell it's Tin Tops because it says send 25 Tin Tops to get basically a picture of the pennant winning team, whereas most are all the regular ET54s. They don't have the tin top saying. But this is an extremely scarce card. Only a couple of these graded, and yeah, I mean, this card was not cheap. But I just wanted a tin tops in my collection. I wanted a Hall of Famer tin tops in my collection, and yeah, one popped up on REA. So I was psyched to get this, and need to get a reholder. I hate how like this baggie is just sort of, I don't know, in the way of his face. But all right, now I went on quite a spending spree on Sterling Auctions there was another big Colgan's Chips collection up for auction there. I guess someone was unloading a big part of their Colgan's Chips sets, and I picked up some really tough ones. Start out with the tough ones. This guy, Rube Waddell Minneapolis variation. Now, if you know anything about collecting Rube Waddell or the Colgan's Chip set, you know how tough this card is. One of the toughest Hall of Famers in the entire set, the Minneapolis variation. And then the previous auction from Sterling, I won the Newark, which is also really tough. I think some people think the Minneapolis is a little harder though, but yeah, these cards are not cheap when they come up, but this is two of the big ones I need to get for the set. And yeah, I also have the most common one, the St. Louis variation. And then I picked up some more toughies. This is the Baskert Philadelphia variation, just a one, but happy to get it in any grade. Much scarcer than this Cincinnati variation. This is considered one of the hardest cards in the set. And this is the new Colgan's Chip holder for PSA, which I kind of like it. No baggy effect to it. And then I picked up, I'll kind of go through these quicker. Seymour, this is the Baltimore variation. Very tough variation. I completed the Tinker Evers to Chance when I pick up the Evers card. Would love to get a Evers and Tinker for my T206 collection. This is one of my favorite portraits in the T206 set. I love his haircut. Same image in the T206 set. And then other scarce cards, kind of scarce. Letterman Boston. He has some other variations that are a lot harder and a lot more valuable than this one. Picked up Lord, yeah, she picked the Lord Chicago. I had the Boston. The Chicago's a little bit tougher. And then this guy's really tough. The Hobotsell New York variation. I believe the other one's St. Louis. The St. Louis is a lot easier. And then, sorry, I'm like struggling with a cold. Outlander Cincinnati, not too hard. Barry, this is a pretty common one you can find. Sparks, fairly tough. The really tough one is the Richmond variation. Would love to get that one someday. McIntyre, Detroit, not too tough to come by. And then Rollbach, Chicago. That's it. Got some really heavy hitters in the Colgan's Chips realm with the Lajoie and Minneapolis, and psyched to pick up a Bowman Chrome Refractor out of 300 of Joey Votto in a nice grade. That's it. Thanks for watching.